Hi, and welcome to 4th grade distance learning day 24. Oh my god, I don't have an R in the word grade. Has that been going on for 24 days? Guys, I don't know. Little things slip by you sometimes. All right, day 24. We are going to subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Now, we've been doing subtracting fractions in earlier weeks, and we did unlike denominators yesterday. So there's some things that are going to be the same as yesterday, and some things that are going to be the same as a few weeks ago, and we're going to put it together. Big leagues here. All right. First, we want to say we are so proud of you for working on your math away from school. You are amazing. Now, if you feel confused about subtraction, just like basic subtraction, like 3 1/4 minus 2 3/4. If this is getting you at all confused, you want to go back and look week 2 to 8, because now we're going to do everything we did before. All of this business, all of this business where we scratched it out and made it smaller and put a hole by its side, all of this. And we're going to add an extra step here because the denominators aren't going to be the same at first. Imagine we were subtracting money. Here's my money. I'm going to write this as just plain old decimals, $2.10, right? But imagine if we were writing it as a fraction, it would be $2.10 because a dime is a tenth of a dollar. Okay, so imagine that I needed to pay somebody, let's say, just 3 pennies. Can I pay them the 3 pennies with what I've got, the way it is? No, right? I can't take 3 pennies out of a dime or a dollar. I need to take 3 pennies out of pennies. And so, just like we would change it, right? That kind of happens already when you borrow normally. I have 0, they want 3. Do I have enough? No. Go next door and borrow 1. Scratch me up, make me smaller, put a 1 up on my side, not on my head, not on my back, but on my side. You end up with 10 in the penny spot, and you can subtract it. Cool, right? That's the answer we should get. Well, if I want to take away writing it as a fraction, taking away the 3/100ths here, I can't do it. Not just because this number is smaller than this number, but because this is tenths and this is hundredths. So even if I had 9/10ths and I wanted to take away hundredths, 9 pennies and I wanted to take away 300, I couldn't, because I can't do dimes and take away pennies from it. I am going to have to change this. So up here, change this. Make it 2 10 hundredths minus 3/100ths. And now I can do my math and get 7/100ths. Look, let's cross out 3. Look, I get $1, $2, $2.01, $2.02, $2.03, $2.04, $2.05, $2.06, $2.07. It works. Step 1 is going to be before, let's look here, before we do all this borrowing that we used to do, changing dimes to pennies, making sure they have common denominators, hundredths and hundredths. Then we've got another step. Oops. Imagine we had $2 and we sorry, imagine we had $2 and 10 cents, 9 cents, whatever it is. Sorry, 10 cents. And we wanted to take away, instead of 3 pennies, we wanted to take away 13 pennies. Right? So here we are, and I can't take away 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't take away 13, right? I'm going to need a lot more pennies. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade $1 for 100 pennies. Then I can do it, right? So over here with this 2 10/100ths, I would use a number bond, just like I did when I first learned to subtract, and make it 1 100 hundredths. This is looking pretty crowded, so let me jump to this work here. Look how many steps there are.
It's really 5 o'clock.
Before I get into just these steps, here is the part that I just showed you. Changing dimes to pennies. And then here's the part after that, where I use a number bond just like before to change something so I have enough. So let's look. Step 1, stack the numbers. That's done. Step 2, multiply the top and the bottom of the tenths to make them hundredths and rewrite the problem. So that's here. And then we rewrite the problem. Now this is the step that I kind of glossed over just now because I think you know how to do it. But just in case, right, it says ask yourself, do I have enough? Scratch out the top whole number and make it smaller. Put a fraction on its side using a number bond. So I have 10 hundredths. They want 28 hundredths. Do I have enough? No. Go next door and borrow 1. Scratch me out and make a number bond. 2 is smaller than 3. And I can get 100 pennies from the dollar I just borrowed. Now I rewrite it because this is just so complicated. I now have 2 instead of 3, and the 100 plus the 10 made 110. Now I can do my math. Now I can take away 28. I'm going to have to go over to the side to do that math. So you see how many steps are here. I'm going to have to do like, I have 0, they want 8, do I have enough? No, scratch me out, make me smaller, put a 1. All of that business. I have 0, they want 2, do I have enough? No, scratch me out, make me smaller, put a 1. All of that to get my final answer down here. Right? So I draw the arrow to add the fractions. That was here. Rewrite the problem. And this subtraction, that even requires extra scratch paper. All right, now it's your turn. Remember, you are a thinker. You are a hard worker. You don't give up. And we love you very much.